Hey guys, it's Will. So APLD stock, which is a data center and AI focused company, has surged over 80% in the last few days. Why is that important? Well, when we started covering it here, we made a video back. If I really go to my channel and we go back a little bit and we go to our last APLD video, it was about a week or two ago, somewhere in here, right there it is, May 25th. And in this video, if I pull it up, so in this video right here, I actually cover why we think this here is going to go to $12 potentially. Take a look. There wasn't any audio in the video, but that's okay. You see I'm pointing it out, 200% margin for profit. So that's exactly what happened with APLD. In fact, it surged not just to $12, but today it's actually at $13.25. So why are they surging? Well, they recently got some good partnerships. Look at that bullish momentum there as it continues into that $13 range. And it only took them about a week to surge over 100%. So now that they're at $13, they look, definitely overbought. The RSI MACD look overbought. But when it comes to the analysis of the company, there's three things that we look at that determine some of the direction. The first thing that we consider is their market. They focus specifically on data centers and building data centers. So if you look at APLD, they have a focus on building infrastructure for NVIDIA. You can take a look at their company here. Epicenter of AI is built here. They build data centers for companies like NVIDIA. You got partnerships with Intel. If I go down here, you got Dell Technologies, HP, Hewlett Packard, Supermicro Computer, which indirectly is connected to xAI. And you have them focusing on building these data centers that are engineered to bring workloads directly to the point of generation from renewable power, so wind and solar, and also from the grid. And you see them building these data centers. Now, what happened recently is if you go to investors here, we go directly to the source. They have signed some new contracts. This is a data center here with CoreWeave, this technology company. CoreWeave is an AI hyperscaler, and this is a $7 billion deal. And why is that important? Because a $7 billion deal for this company, APLD, why did they surge 100%? Because if you look at APLD from a perspective of their stock here, their market caps is just under 3 billion. So what does that mean? It means if their revenue, let's say, surpasses a couple hundred million or so in their next quarter as a result of this deal, then their stock could be, if they're making 7 billion over a few years, they could be a $10 billion stock, which means room for growth. So in this surge, the news points to that direction. That's kind of why you kind of see here the stock hit new highs after the data center deal and up to 52-week highs. And it's a 250 megawatt lease with option for 150 megawatts more. And it's a $7 billion in projected revenue to come. Now, there's a lot of hype articles. There's a lot of, is this going to reach $20, $50? Especially after that news. You even got Jim Cramer talking about it there. And while it's up and it possibly could pull back here, it's one to pay attention to. Personally, I wouldn't buy it at this moment unless we start to see it now validate this previous resistance and we get to see these levels up into this $30 range again. What we saw with APLD is that as they broke out of this previous resistance, they're now going up, straight up, and we're saying, all right, is there any validation of this support? Because otherwise we could see that they just fall very sharply down in a correction. So with a 196% move that we anticipated and that actually took place here, there is now higher risk for it to correct. Now, if it corrects, doesn't necessarily mean long-term's not going to look that good. In fact, it's one of the best deals we've seen them come out with in their history of being a company. So they got partnerships, they got revenue coming in here soon, and we'll have to see if it shows up in the earnings as well. then we're going to see a massive increase in the stock. And that $20 to $30 range actually will not be too crazy. So now that we're here at this previous resistance and starting to push out, it is breakout time. We're going to see how it validates and if it continues up. We'll be monitoring it closely. If you guys ever want to see how we trade AI stocks, data center stocks, quantum stocks, didn't trade this one this morning, but traded the semiconductor market along with Big Bear AI, which is up 10%. And also we traded Tesla this morning, which was doing really good at one point there. It's corrected down a little bit, but our portfolio is up about 6% on the day, so things going well. If you guys ever want to watch me trade live, it's the second link in the description to join StockMeet. StockMeet gives you a free t-shirt actually when you join, which is exciting when you're in lifetime access, and we have a huge sale that's ending there right now. So I would encourage you guys to take a look at the second link in the description. And hopefully I earned your thumbs up. Hit that like button if I earned it, and do consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.